Hey, how you doing? Good, good. This is just your average Joe here once again, and I've got a unboxing video to do, but it's not your conventional unboxing video. It's not like a subscription box or anything like that. I had a little extra money after paying my bills and I gave my dad a little bit of money. It was like last week or maybe a little bit over a week ago. I gave him some money towards what I owe him, which, I mean, I could do that every week probably for the rest of my life, and I still would still owe my parents. I mean, I'm blessed in having the parents that I do. You know, they've helped me out when I've needed help, and they're always there for support, no matter in what way I need it, whether it's just emotional support or financial at times, or just being parents. I mean, that sounds so crazy to think, but the sad thing is there are people out there that don't do that. Now, I'm a parent myself. I've got a daughter. She's she got basically one more semester left in her senior year of college. And believe me, I'm not looking to paying off that bill. But hey, they can't repossess her education, so that's good. Of course, I mean, I don't know how it works out with it being a government-funded loan. I'm going to do my best to keep up on it, even get ahead on it. Because I don't want to run the risk of, maybe they could come back with tax or something like that and, put a lien against my house or anything like that. That'd be kind of crazy. But I'm confident, me and her mom, even though we're not together, we've been split up since my daughter was about 6 months old. We've remained on good terms with each other, and we'll both chip in and chip away at it slowly but surely. But luckily, the first payment's not actually due until about 6 months after my daughter graduates, so we still got a little while before I have to deal with it. But anyway, I had a little extra money after doing all that stuff, like I said, so I decided to go on Amazon and just kind of look around and see if they had any kind of mystery type things, to where you could get a box that would have certain things in it that you didn't really know about. You weren't really sure what you were going to get. The box I got is Funko Pops, but it's called the Mystery Funko Pop Starter Kit, and I want to say it's 10. I don't know, the box is pretty big, so maybe it's 20. I don't remember how many it's supposed to be. But you basically, you don't know what Funko Pops you're getting. Now, I'm going to guess it's somebody, and they said if you ordered multiple boxes, you were probably going to get duplicates. To me, that says they're probably using Funko Pops that at least a portion of them are the ones that aren't the more popular Funko Pops. They're ones that are really readily available. But I would guess there's probably at least a couple in there that may not be easy to find, or maybe like chase figures or something. I mean, I don't know for sure. They didn't really say whether that possibility was there or not. But I like Funko Pops. My cousin Treg, he collects Funko Pops, and I've seen pictures, and his collection is outrageous. I don't know how his wife feels about, because it looks like he's got multiple rooms and it just got shelves everywhere with Funko Pops on. But nobody, unless you've been living under a rock, or you're in your senior years, or you're too young to really understand. Everybody else, if you haven't heard of Funko Pop, then there's something wrong with you. But Funko, they do more than just the pop figures. They have Dorbs figures, and they have multiple. They have their reaction line of kind of simple action figures. Some of those are actually pretty cool too. But the pop figures are probably their biggest seller, and they literally have any pop culture thing you can think of, and not even pop culture anymore. I've seen where they have sports. sports people, football players, baseball players, and stuff that they've done as Funko Pop figures. But they have like literally anything you can think of. It's like animation, or video games, or movies, TV series. If it's something you like, if you look around, I bet you can find a Funko Pop of characters from that show or whatever. So, I don't have a lot. I think I've got maybe like 15 or 20 of them right now just from getting them in the different subscription boxes that I've had. But I saw this, I thought, what the hell? Let's get that. I have a few more. I'm in the process right now. I just started working a little bit more yesterday on the one upstairs guest room. I never have guests. There's no point in having 2 guest rooms. I got one. I'm going to keep it as a guest room, just in case. But in the meantime, the other one, I decided, what? I'm gonna kind of redo it, and I'm building one wall is going to be a full, like, custom built shelving unit from floor to ceiling, and not like, it's not going to be like what's the word I'm thinking of, symmetrical or anything. I mean, I'm just putting like there's going to be like one shelf that's got a door on it here, and maybe another one down here, and just different shapes and sizes of all kinds of different stuff. A little chaos. I like a little chaos is a good thing once in a while. Keep showing your toes. So that's what I'm doing. That wall is going to be just kind of like chaotic as far as the design. Then the opposing wall, which is where the window is in the room, I did have a futon up there because, like I said, it was a guest room. I just sold the futon. I sold it for like $60. Just get out of there. I never use it. I bought a brand new cover for the futon. Never been used. It's been up there for years. It's never been used. So I decided, what? I'm just going to get rid of it. That way I have that whole room open. The opposing wall, I'm actually using 1/8" foam board, like backing board or poster board. And then I'm using, I think they're 1" drywall screws with neoprene backed washers to actually hang them. I'm cutting them, around the window and stuff, and I'm hanging them, and they're black, which works because the room itself is green. That was, when we bought the house, the person I was seeing, her son's room, his favorite color is green. It's not getting repainted because it took forever to paint it to begin with, so it's staying green. But the built-in unit I'm doing is going to be all black, with the actual back of the shelves being the wall. So it'll be all black, but you'll still be able to see the green of the wall at the back of the shelves. Part of that is just because I didn't feel like doing backs to the full unit, and other parts I thought it'd look pretty cool that way. Okay. But the opposing wall, I'm using that back, like I said, that poster board, 1/8" foam board, and it's black, so it works out perfect. But I'm doing that because I have a lot of Hot Wheels. I'm not wealthy. I live paycheck to paycheck just like anybody else. Sometimes it's a struggle, especially over the winter. Higher gas bills and so forth. So for me to collect cars, I can't do like Leno or like Paul Walker did when he was alive. My collection is Hot Wheels. So, but I wanted a good way to hang them up without putting a bunch of holes in the wall. A lot of real small holes. So I'm using that foam board, attaching it up with screws and stuff, and then the Hot Wheels will go to that, and I can just kind of stack them, start at the bottom and work my way up. Because I don't know, I probably got a few hundred Hot Wheels. But anyway, I'm rambling on and on and on. I do that a lot. You'll know that. You'll notice, you can't. I don't know whether you can really see it now, but one time I used to have a mustache, and then for whatever reason I decided to shave it off. And I've been clean shaven for the longest time, but now they've changed the thing where I work at, where you're allowed to have like a mustache and very neat trimmed. You can't have like full beards or anything, but you can have like goatee or stuff like that. So I'm just doing the mustache, and it's going to just come down on the sides a little bit. Small steps. Maybe once I retire, then I'll maybe go the full Grizzly Adams beard. for now, mustache will do. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, well, yeah, it's probably, I'm going to say now it's probably 10 because, I don't know why they do this. A big ass box, and then the box that's inside this box could fit really in the, I mean, they could have put that box in sideways and it would have fit. But, I guess the good thing is that, let's see this, okay, this is the box that they're actually in, okay? This is the box that box was in. Could make a fort for the dog out of that box. Maybe I'll use that as a timeout thing for him if he's being a pain in the ass. I'll just stick him in a box. Not close him in. I'm not meaning that. I'm just saying, you know, that way he'll know that he's doing something. All right, now hang on a minute. All right, let's see. All right, so now inside that box we have two boxes that are together. So, hey, anybody need boxes for Christmas? I'm going to have a whole, by the time I get done with this, I'm going to have a whole collection of them sitting here. That one box you can try about use, you know, in case you need, like, say, one for your Christmas tree when you take it down. You could probably use that box. Alright. And then we got a lot of tape. Well, at least, you know, I will say one thing. At least you don't have to worry about, with the way they pack it, you don't have to worry about them being damaged, which is always a good thing. I mean, there's nothing worse than getting something that you paid for and then it's like all banged up and stuff. Plus, I mean, who feels like, you don't, if you're like me, you never feel like sending it back and you know, unless it's really bad. Although, most places are pretty good as far as being on the up and up, especially like Amazon and stuff. You know, and if you send them a letter or something saying, hey, you know, this thing was damaged when I got it, or whatever, you know, a lot of times they won't even tell you to send it back. They'll just, you know, they'll send you out a new one. So, all right. So, anyway, here we go. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 10 because there's five in each one. So let's see. The first one we have is that's pretty cool. A Domo Ghostbuster. So I got them up there on my shelf up here. I got a bunch of the little Domo figures. But this is obviously, you know, bigger and it's dressed up as a Ghostbuster. So that one. Alright. Next, we have a Seattle Seahawks player. My brother would probably like that. He's from Seattle. Here we go, Richard Sherman. Funko Pop. Yeah, they got like, looks like they got 26 different football player ones. So, it's pretty good. Right, maybe what, one from each team or something. I'm guessing that's what it is. So this is our 26 football teams. Alright, next we've got, cool. We've got the Riddler. And this is the Riddler from the classic TV series. So, a lot of you youngins might not even, maybe you've never even seen the original Batman TV series with Adam West and Burt Ward. But if you haven't, check it out. It's kind of campy, kind of cheesy, however you want to put it, but it was nice, classic. Alright, here we have, I don't think I've ever heard of this. This must be from a video game, I'm guessing. So we have a Hank from Evolve. collect all of the Evolve Pop super stylized vinyl figures. Yeah, so it's got to be a video game. Anybody know? I mean, I'm a PlayStation guy. Nothing against Xbox personally. I just, I'm more of an RPG player. I mean, most of the games that I buy are RPGs, either straight RPGs or they have that RPG like element to them, because I know they're going to take a while for me to play and get through. And because I'm kind of a nitpicker too, I like to get like all the trophies and everything. If there's something in the game you can collect, I got to get all of them. Yeah, I'm a big geek like that. Now this game I've heard of. And this is JD Phoenix from Gears of War. Try to turn these a little bit better so you can actually see it a little bit better. That's another thing. Eventually, when I get the room upstairs done with from all my collectibles and stuff, I'm going to be getting a desk and like a camera up there and better lighting. But that's probably not going to be for probably till spring that I'm not ready to get up there. Alright, here we've got, looks like another football player. Yes. Oh no, this is a Seahawks player too. But it's a different one. This is Russell Wilson. See, they got Marshawn Lynch, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Colin Kaepernick. Wonder how well his are selling. Nothing against this guy. My outlook on that is, I understand why they're making, especially him. I mean, that's where it started out, was him. A lot of the other players are doing it because the president said something about it. But I understand the point they're trying to make and what they're trying to speak out about. But I don't personally think that using our national anthem as a platform to do it is the right time or place to do it. Overall though, I mean, it doesn't affect my day if they don't want to stand up for the national anthem. I stand up for the national anthem just because I think, to me, the national anthem doesn't have anything to do with what everybody else wants to, or even what it had to do with what they claim, to begin with. To me, it just, to me personally, it just represents, the personal freedoms that we have in this country. And regardless of what you've been through in this country, and some people have it crappy, I'll admit that. We've still got a ways to go for everybody to be treated equally and stuff, and I'm all for that. But regardless of how you've had it in this country, it's still one of the best countries on the planet, I think, as far as being able to have freedoms. But that's just my opinion. I mean, I don't expect everybody to agree with me, just like I don't expect I would agree with everybody else. That's one of the great freedoms we have in this country, is you don't have to agree with them. There's other countries where if you don't agree with certain people, but anyway, that's enough about that. Like I said, if you've seen a little glitch there for a second, it's because I had ordered pizza and the guy was at the door, so I had to pause the camera so I could go get my pizza. But anyhow, that's just my take on it. I mean, I'm a very open individual. I've got a very easy rule that I live by. It's kind of two, really, but first one is if you give respect, you get respect. I give everyone, regardless of color, creed, religion, any of those minute differences we have amongst ourselves, regardless of what they are, they get an initial amount of respect from me, just because I like to make the assumption that majority of people, regardless, again, of what they are decent people. They're law-abiding, they're respectful, so they get a certain amount of respect. Now, to get full respect, yeah, it's got to be earned, but it's very easy to do. You respect me, being the white guy, the You know, I'm a white guy. Technically, I'm a Catholic, but I don't go to church. You know, we could go into a whole other thing about that. You know, I'm straight. I love women. You know, all these things. As long as you respect all those things about me, I'll respect everything about you. That's as simple as it is. Would you shut up? Stupid dog. Alright. Anyway. We could go into a whole thing about that, but let's not right now. Alright, here's another game figure. I've heard of, actually I have this game out there. It's still in the plastic though. I haven't opened it yet. I bought it as in like a 3-pack. But here we go. There's a Psycho from Borderlands. Looks like they got 4 different ones. Claptrap, Handsome Jack, and Mad Moxie. Is that what it is? Moxie? Yeah. M-O-X-X-I. Moxie. That's pretty cool. Alright, next. Alright. Hey, this is from the newest one. So this is a fairly new pop, actually. This is from the latest Pirates of the Caribbean movie, Dead Man Tell No Tales. Here we go. Captain Salazar. That's pretty cool. I just watched that a couple weeks ago. I actually liked it. A lot of people say that, you know, they could have stopped the Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, a couple movies ago, but I've liked every one of them. So. This is, it's obviously a television series, but I don't think I've ever heard of it. It's kind of a basic figure too. I mean, there's nothing special about it. But it's Kevin from The Leftovers. Fucking clue what that is. No offense to the show. I mean, it might be a really good show. I've never heard of it. Alright, and last, but well, I was going to say not least, but I've never seen these movies either. Just not really my type of thing. So maybe my daughter will get this one. There we go. We got Jane of the Volturi Guard from the Twilight Saga. I just, you know, like I said, I mean, I'm sure, I'm guessing like the books, I would guess the books are probably really good. Because, I mean, most times the books tend to be better than the movies just because they can only fit so much into a movie. Whereas a book, I mean, you could literally, if you could go page by page, you could probably, like your average novel, you could probably make, you know, a 7 or 8 hour movie if you were to go and include everything that was in the book. But they can't do that because nobody wants to sit there for 7 or 8 hours watching the same thing. Especially when you can get the book and just do it at your own pace. But you know, the movies, honestly, I haven't seen any of the Twilight movies. I just, you know, like they said, you know, vampires aren't supposed to glitter. You know, my idea of vampires is, you know, they have all the weaknesses that you'd expect with vampires, and they're ruthless. You know, they're truly monsters. You know, when I think of vampires, I think of, and I love, don't get me wrong, I love the original Dracula. Love it. But I'm even going even more extreme than that. You know, I think of like John Carpenter's vampires or Near Dark. Or even Queen of the Damned. That was pretty good. They were pretty brutal in that movie too. I mean, there's a number of I can't think of some of the other ones right off the top of my head, but you know, to where, I mean, they're just, you know, bloody and gory and so forth. From Dusk Till Dawn. You know, those were brutal vampires. But anyway, enough of that. I got pizza, so I'm gonna wrap this up because it's going on 25 minutes right now. So that was it. Like I said, you can look on Amazon and you can type up like mystery Funko starter kit or something like that, and you could get, I can't remember how much it was, but you know, You can get a box like that if you want to start out with that. I mean, I'd almost be tempted to buy another one if I could be sure I wasn't going to get like the exact same ones. But anyway, next video I actually should be getting I ordered a full case of Hot Wheels here, so that I should be getting here pretty soon. So stay tuned for that if you like Hot Wheels. In the meantime, everybody have a good day. You know, like I've always said, you know, respect each other. We're all in this together, no matter how you want to look at it. And the other point I was going to make, the rule I live by. See how I easily get off track? It's my brain. You don't understand it. I've got adult ADHD. But the other point I was going to make is, you know, I respect when I judge people, and we all judge people, no matter how you want to look at it. We all judge people in some regard. But when I judge people, I don't judge them in a harsh manner. I simply judge them on who they are, not what they are. And if we'd all do that, the world would be a much better place. You know, all these minute differences we have, that's what you are. Even though that plays a part in making you who you are, it doesn't define who you are. Who you are is, you know, what you are on inside, and your morals and your ethics, and, you know, whether you abide by the law and you're respectful of people and property around you. You know, those are all the things that make you who you are, and that's how I judge people. And like I said, for the most part, in general, I'd say 80%. Not just people I know, but 80% of everything that I see on any given day, on the news or whatever, people, they're decent people, and they'd be worthy of my respect. So that's it. Everybody, dog hair or something. Man, he sheds like crazy. And you like follow him around with a vacuum. Cocker Spaniels. Jeez. Anyway, that's it. Everybody, have a good night. I'm going to go watch a movie. I just got A Million Ways to Die in the West. I've seen it once, but it's been a while, so I'll probably watch that again, eat my pizza, and try to get to bed a little bit earlier tonight, because I got to get up earlier tomorrow than what I originally planned. I have to go into work a little bit earlier than I was originally scheduled. So, everybody, have a wonderful evening, and I will see you later.